procrastination, organized, systematic. Which one is your brand? Have you ever had that sinking feeling that the deadline is approaching for submission and you have barely even started? Well, lots of you will say all the time. Then your personal brand is procrastination. Well, you're not alone, so don't get shocked or walk away, because I want to discuss the consequences of being a procrastinator and also offer some solutions that will help you become a way better person than who you are. So you may have the potential, but you may be postponing. You may have the idea that you are delaying starting on it. Is that familiar to you? If so, then your brand is a master procrastinator's brand. Did you realize that those who procrastinate often delay and then become anxious as the deadline approaches? Have you had that feeling that whatever you do, the time expands to fill and the job expands to fill your time, and 24/7 is not an adequate amount of clock time? Well, there are many methods by which you can change your life. The problem with procrastination is that because you are postponing things and there are other things that fill your time, sometimes slow progress is the problem. And sometimes at the last moment you need to now catch up, and that makes you anxious, stressed out. You might reach out to harmful foods like fast food rather than cooking or looking for a healthy meal. It will disturb your sleep, it breaks your rhythm, and there are days in which you spend many sleepless nights. And at the end, you are not happy with the content or the delivery that you've made. So what can we do to break it? Did you also realize that health-wise, if you are a procrastinator, you are probably delaying taking actions? For example, that New Year resolution that you made on January 1st, saying this year is going to be completely different. This year, I'm going to start walking and I'm going to eat this way. But yet, you've delayed taking action and therefore your health is suffering. Procrastinators also go to check up late because they refuse to take action at the right time, and so health consequences are many, not just anxiety but also direct health consequences and inaction with regard to your health. An example of a procrastinator is you are doing a heavy job already and then you want to progress in life and you need an MBA and you've enrolled. Sounds familiar? Well, the project proposal was given 3 months ago. Now the deadline is 2 weeks away. And you've been struggling with this concept for 2.5 months, and you now need to struggle with your work performance and have to sleep very minimal times in order to now create this project proposal or the proposal in a hurry. I have 4 solutions for you that I have found personally useful. First one is goal setting. Sounds simple, but it's very important and powerful. Did you realize that as you got your project, if you had set deadlines and said this many hours a day will be spent and this is how the progress will be, that you are going to hold yourself accountable, goal setting would have got you through. It's a very powerful tool. So why not start goal setting? It sounds silly, but it's very powerful. Second one that I do, particularly when I am overworked and have to do a lot of paperwork, is the Pomodoro technique, which is a simple one. Every half an hour, you break it into a 25-minute segment of work and a 5-minute segment of nothing. I usually walk around or jump at the same space so that my brain gets more blood flow and I'm no longer tired. I might also grab a small bite or a coffee or something during one of those breaks, so that 25 and 5 slot helps me break the cycle and helps me refresh my brain to work at it. So remember, Pomodoro technique is a powerful tool to break monotony, particularly if you are tired and your brain is refusing to go further. This is one thing that you can do. Thirdly, distractions. There are always notifications, other people calling in, conflicting requirements. If you minimize disturbances and conflicts in your work, you're going to be more powerful than who you are. So think about putting down the phone in a silent mode, taking away notifications, going to a quiet corner to do your work. All these techniques works fine. I personally use lots of those techniques that makes me more productive and more organized. Fourthly, but not least important, is accountability. Now, if you are a chronic procrastinator, probably you need someone like a friend or a supervisor who's willing to help, who holds you accountable. Now, this is not a supervisor to supervised mentality. This is you volunteering to be held accountable. It can also be a self accountability, like goal setting and keeping targets, and you evaluating yourself to see whether you are being accountable to your time and the progress timeline. But you could also use a friend for this purpose. An accountability setup is an excellent one. So, gentlemen, if you are a procrastinator, I showed you the ways in which it can disturb your life. It can disturb your progress and your health. And therefore, I proposed 4 solutions to you. First one being goal setting. Second one is to use the Pomodoro technique of 25 and 5-minute bursts of activity that helps you refresh and focus again. And thirdly, the And thirdly, minimizing distractions, which helps you focus on the task at hand. And fourthly, being accountable either to yourself or to someone like a friend. So these 4 techniques are important, useful techniques that I personally use, and I would like you to try. Why not act on these today so that you don't procrastinate even on the act of coming out of procrastination? You can become a better person. Those who don't procrastinate but are more organized and are self-disciplined go higher in life. They perform better. Their stress levels are better. They sleep better because they can do it in a more organized manner. So why not try changing from procrastination to a master organizer? Over to you.